We had a little accident.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
So we were hanging out inside and all of a sudden trying to upload a video, and all of a sudden it kept saying no internet connection, no internet connection. Just about time I come outside, some neighbors of ours came over and said, we had a little accident, and they crunched our StarLink when they were backing in. We're kind of stuck here with one little patch of sky, so we had the StarLink set up in the kind of one spot. It was getting us the best reception, and we're in the grass, but and they didn't mean to, it was just one of those things. He didn't see it, so it got crunched. So we're down internet right now, but we bought the StarLink at Best Buy, so we're gonna attempt to locate our paperwork. If not, we'll be calling Best Buy tomorrow and see what they can do. I know StarLink has kind of its own type of warranty and things like that, but I don't know if it covers getting scrunched. Got crushed pretty good. I plugged it back in, thinking, who knows, maybe it'll still work a little bit, but it is not working at all. But anyway, we'll keep you posted on that too. We leave here tomorrow morning. Obviously the guy that hit it's like, hey, we'll do whatever we can to, we'll replace it if we need to, and so we're not super worried about that. It's the timing, because StarLink will have to send us a new one, and then we'll have to get it tied up with our other equipment, linked up, and we will see how it goes. But we'll keep you posted. First hiccup we've had almost a year with the StarLink at all kinds of campgrounds, and but we'll see how it goes. All right, working on 2 projects at once. So putting air in my tire. We got the new tire on. Recording that. So same time, I'm on and off the phone with Best Buy and Geek Squad. We did buy the protection plan when we bought it, and when we were at the counter at Best Buy, we were talking to them like, hey, anything could happen. We're at campgrounds, there's kids riding bikes, there's cars driving by, there's maintenance carts driving by all the time. There's a likelihood that we could get it damaged. So we spent the money, bought the 4-year protection plan. I called them this morning, got ran around pretty heavily trying to figure out. So here's the problem. I didn't keep the little packet, so I had to find the digital receipt first that showed our protection plan, but I got all that done, and then I just wanted to talk to the store because we want to replace it quickly, but apparently it's very difficult to speak to a Best Buy store, but I did get through finally. I left a message at the store. They called me back, and the lady said, well, your protection plan is just for like internal electrical things. And I'm like, no, hold on one second. We paid a pretty good chunk for the 4-year protection plan on something that cost us $600. We asked questions. If this is damaged, if somebody runs over it, if a kid runs over it with his bike, if the lawnmower runs over it, and you know, we're protected, right? And they said, yeah, you have a replacement for it if it's damaged within that time frame. I said, all right, cool. So the lady said, when I was on the phone, yeah, your protection plan doesn't cover that. And I said, we're gonna have to talk to somebody else, because I know we ask questions. So she gave me the Geek Squad number. I called Geek Squad, stayed on hold with them for like probably an hour. Finally, I got through to a guy. He pulled up the information and he said, yeah, you show that you are protected for damages, accidents, damages, theft. It shows that you're protected. I said, well, I told him, I said, well, I just talked to the store and they're saying, no, we're not. So he said, you need to go to the store, have them run it, pull it up, and if they don't show you for replacement, you need to call us from the store. I said, all right. So that's the next plan. At Best Buy. See how this goes. All right. I'll talk while I work. So went to Best Buy, trying to get our StarLink replaced. Had the damage plan, and they basically said, no, not covered if a truck runs over your StarLink. So what they mean by damage is very minor damage. So we're not super thrilled right now at Best Buy, but they did end up giving us a discount and on a new one. So I'll be setting a new one up soon, but still pretty frustrating. So that's the story there. Argued with them for about an hour, but no use. So we'll see how it goes. But we ended up getting a new one. They're quite a bit cheaper now, so that helped out a little bit. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. All right, so here's our old StarLink. Got pretty mangled. We ended up having to buy a new one. About to start raining on me. So I got cord, router, but I'm going to hurry up and just plug all this in and get it booting up. Obviously gotta boot up, but not too bad. So as you know, we have the StarLink Gen 3, which comes basically made to lay on the ground. We did have somebody in a site across from us at Mary Jane Thurston come deep into our site and crunch our StarLink. So we did get it replaced, and then like 2 weeks later we actually had somebody, and I don't really have a lot of footage. I can show you some of the carnage from it, but we had somebody that was mowing run over our cord. Well, because we had to get a new StarLink, I had a backup cord. Well, we're trying to eliminate that happening again. So I picked up a mount, like tripod mount. So I am going to see if I can get it opened up and hooked up, so that way at least it'll be up out of the ground, off the ground, easier to see for people. So we'll see how it works. I didn't do a ton of research. I found it Gen 3 and it was Prime Days. Who are we kidding? It was Prime Days. We got it. So we ordered it. I'm gonna try to put it together and see how it works. It doesn't look too bad. At least it's a little more visible. It's pretty easy. I don't know. We'll see how it works. Hopefully if it just keeps our cord from getting ran over or our StarLink from getting crunched by a truck, maybe that'll be the key. I don't know, we had almost a year and had 0 issues all over the place. Got our dish ran over and 2 weeks later got a cord ran over. It's crazy.
We gotta have a